So starting in upper grade school, our school started putting in new projectors and smart boards. Even though a lot of times teachers preferred to use the tabletop projectors for class assignments, it wasn't very often, but occasionally our teachers would let us interact with the smart boards by writing answers of a problem, especially in math, or we would use it to present a lesson, which only happened once, I think, in sixth grade. The only downside I saw to the smart boards was our teachers were constantly having to recalibrate it, so they constantly had to click the 9 dots, which, I mean, we always thought was really cool because it would take up time from class and we would always ask to recalibrate it for them, and sometimes they would let us. It lagged a lot if they didn't constantly calibrate it, so if we would try to write something, it would be a few inches away from the marker and it would take so long for it to finally get on the board. So they constantly had to reset it at least once a day. I would choose the Smartboard MX series. It is used primarily in the classrooms, and I like that it already comes with a wall mount, so it'd be easy to stick on the wall. It seems the easiest to use and works the best in classrooms, not only for the students, but myself as well. I also really like the interactive pad. I've never seen that before, and I thought that was really interesting. I like how mobile it is, and the teacher would be able to walk around while she's using it, and she could also give it to students. So say we were going over a math lesson and they got the answer right, they could write down how they solved the problem and go step by step, and then the students could see it on the board, which I thought was kind of cool. When it comes to clickers, if I had to choose one, I would choose the Q-Click QRF500. It comes with 12 remotes, so I like that I could do a lot of group work and partner work with these remotes. For the interactive app, I like Kahoot the best. I'm the most familiar with it, and I think it works the best personally. Especially since most students are assigned some kind of electronic device, they will be able to participate. My school tried using the clickers, but it didn't last long. They would never work, and it created more stress and took up more time. So if I had to choose one, I would choose the interactive app Kahoot. I think it is the most effective and a good way to see how my students are doing and if they are picking up on the material. I thought it was interesting how much research went into the clickers. They went quite in depth to see the benefits of them, especially when it came to academic success. I found it interesting that there were some benefits to the clickers, because I didn't see that many benefits of the clickers, and how the students performed in the schools because of the clickers. So I know from personal experience, I wasn't a huge fan of the clickers, and I know the teachers and staff weren't too fond of the clickers either, so it was interesting seeing how much in depth they went to find out on the clickers, and then try to base their thoughts on my personal experience and my thoughts. I thought that was interesting.